let me fix this. Y'all. Hey, hi, hello, and welcome to the show. My name is DDare Bionic, if you did not know, and I am black with another video. All right, so I am back on my movie I am back on my movie review grind, and technically this is not a movie, this is a TV series. I am going to be reviewing today The Last of Us, the brand new HBO series based on, oh my God, I'm not wearing my jewels and y'all didn't even tell me, damn. Y'all don't get enough of letting me walk out here in these streets without my jewels on. Like, I don't understand how y'all keep leaving me out here in the cold like this. I don't get it. So like I said, I'm gonna be reviewing The Last of Us, the new HBO Max series. If you want more videos like this, more movie reviews, or like all of my previous content from this month, my DIY and like vlog style stuff, let me know if you love that down below in the comments. And while you're down there, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get a notification every single time I post a video. That's twice a week, and you don't want to miss it. Mental Health Chat Monday is coming back in a little under a month. It's coming back. It's coming back. All right, so The Last of Us. Listen, when I heard they were making this video game, if you're not, if you live under a rock, or you're not like a gamer, you don't play video games. I know it might not seem like I am, but I am absolutely 100% an avid gamer. I game as much as I can with all of the many things that I do in my life. I take some time to play video games because I just absolutely love video games. I love video games. Always have, always will. It will always be a constant in my life. And I was initially not like super interested in the Last of Us series. It didn't seem like the type of game that I would be interested in. I do love a good like first person shooter type of game. But I typically tend to stray away from like the zombie games and stuff like that. I played Resident Evil when I was growing up and I wasn't a huge fan. But as I've gotten older and as my tastes have broadened, I absolutely love those types of games. And so my niece convinced me to play Last of Us when I got my PS4 for the first time, because I think it actually came with part 2 maybe. So my niece convinced me to play this game, The Last of Us. She was like, oh my God, you're gonna love it. It's such a good game. It seems like it'll be right up your alley. Like, you will absolutely love it. And I did. I was hooked. I was hooked from the second I started playing it. It's such an interesting and engaging story. The control, like everything about it is so much fun. It is scary as hell. Let me tell you, there were plenty of times where I was jumping out of my daggum seat playing that game, but it's so much that it just exhilarates me more. I love games that scare me. I've played Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat was the first game I ever played. That's my absolute favorite video game series of all time. I was very excited to see that they were making this video game. I thought it was going to be a film, and then I realized it was a TV series, and they have done, spoiler alert, this is just spoiler alert for the video, they did an incredible job.
No, I don't think you understand. I'm obsessed.
Like, they found a way to make this really rich and beautiful story even more rich and beautiful. And obviously, there's only been one episode as of this video. I will be reviewing each video every week as they come out, or each movie every week as they come out. So you'll guarantee you get a Last of Us video for the next couple weeks, as long as the series is running. The story could easily be taken to, I would say 10 episodes. If you've played the game, comment down below how many episodes you think they could get out of the story. I think they could get 10 or 12. If I'm remembering the story correctly, it's been a while since I've played the game, but let's jump back into the review of this first episode. Now, this won't be like my usual reviews where I kind of go through and tell the story. I'll give a little bit of that, but I'm mostly going to be making comparisons to the game with what they did in the series. So they start the series off with this 1968, I believe it's 1968. Oh, hold on, I need to pull up my cast list. I forgot to do that this time. Okay, so they start the series off with this late night TV interview with two scientists and the host, obviously. And this is not a part of the game. This is something they added to kind of give what I'm assuming is backstory to what happens when they actually pick the story up from the video game. So, what a brilliant addition. So there's this story they're talking about infections. It's really kind of on brand and on theme for where we are in the world, you know, kind of in the waning phases of a pandemic, but not necessarily out of the pandemic, but yes, out of the, I don't know. But it's very on point for where we are in life right now. And they're talking about this viral infection that could go around and just talking about things that could take over the human race, where it literally kind of did within the past couple of years. And one doctor is like, oh, I'm not worried about a viral infection. That's something that can be controlled. There's medicine that we can do for that. There's, antivirals and all this other stuff. He was like, we need to be worried about a fungal infection taking over the world because they take over the brain. And he's talking about all these things that funguses do in nature, which is not inherently something that happens to humans, happens to animals. But he's like, what if something ever were to grow and affect humans? You can't put it past the fungus. The fungus can grow in any type of situation. So love that they added that. Love that addition to give a little bit of scientific backing to the story. Because for me in the beginning, if I remember correctly, when I first played the game, I didn't do much research into what was happening. I didn't realize that it was a fungus that was taking over. But now looking back, the imagery in the show is so incredibly close and perfect to the imagery in the series. It's so good. But it was good to have that for people who haven't played the game, who are just watching the series, who don't know it's even based on a video game. It's nice to see a little bit of backstory. So that was a great addition. And honestly, everything that they've added to the series, like there's one point where right before... Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. So the series stars Pedro Pascal as Joel, the main character, one of the main characters. He, first and foremost, looked a lot like Joel. You couldn't tell me that wasn't the man that did the mocap. You couldn't tell me. Like, that man looks just like Joel. He is a perfect choice, incredibly talented, beautiful actor, very handsome, and is just giving a very great performance as Joel. Perfect choice. Playing his daughter, who unfortunately dies within the first 20 minutes of the episode and the first 20 minutes of the game, is Nico Parker, who plays Sarah. Very good, very, very nuanced acting. She is reminding me a lot of Jenna Ortega in Wednesday. Not the blandness, and I don't say blandness to mean like Jenna Ortega's acting is bland. You saw my review if you haven't, click the title card above. But the subtleties, that's what I meant to say. The subtleties in her performance are beautiful. Nico Parker is doing a fantastic job. And then we see Gabriel Luna as Joel's brother, Tommy, also giving a great performance. And I feel like I've seen him in something before. I'm not sure. He's in a lot of things that I would not have seen. I don't know, maybe I've just seen his face on red carpets or whatever, but he looks really familiar to me for some reason. Obviously booked and busy, his IMDb, you gotta scroll, so whatever, he's doing a good thing. So he's playing Joel's brother, Tommy. The story starts just kind of as an average day. It's Joel's birthday. His daughter does some things to, for a happy birthday type of situation. He takes her to school. She comes home from school, and you start to see things happening. She comes home, or she goes to the neighbor's house. And this is another thing that they added, that they kind of switched from the original story. Because if I remember correctly, in the actual story of Last of Us in the game, she gets attacked by someone. Yeah, she's home alone. Joel leaves and comes home. And as she's going downstairs, there's all these explosions and things going on outside, which is what happens in the show as well. But all these explosions are happening, and I believe she gets attacked by someone who has come to the back door and broken in, who has been infected by this fungus. In the series, she has this neighbor that she goes and visits often and bakes cookies with, and she goes over there after their dog comes and is scared and running away. And we find out that the grandma is also infected with this virus. Or this fungus, not virus. And she is attacking the family. And then that's when Joel comes back and saves her. Her and Tommy and Joel are all in the car, and they're driving away, and they see all these crazy things happening. All these people who are infected attacking all of these uninfected people, and then the uninfected people become infected. We all know how the zombie thriller killer goes. They get into a really bad accident. A plane crashes, which is another change. I believe it was a car crash in the original video game story. A plane crashes, totally destroys so many things around them. Sarah is injured, which is how it goes in the show. And then they stumble upon, Joel is scaring her. They stumble upon this military officer who shoots them. And that's what happens in the series as well. And that's kind of where things pick up for the game. So we have all this action in the game, all this action happening. There are points in this show in the series that are nearly shot for shot for the game. I'm just so impressed at the care that they took into making this as accurate as possible for the fans of the game, like myself, and for giving so much more depth. I'm telling you, the story, if you're not a video gamer, I understand if you don't want to play the game. Watching the show, if I knew that this show was based on a video game, I would immediately be like, I want to play this game. Because you would play the game. If by the end of the series you still haven't played The Last of Us, I encourage you to wait until the series is over. Go and play the game. Go and play the game, because you will be like, this is crazy. Well, I don't know what they're going to do with the rest of the series, but this first episode is a very, very, very good start. It is a very good start. So from there, his daughter dies, Sarah dies, and time flashes forward to what is now, I forget where the story is based. So we flash forward in time to post-pandemic, but still true, kind of like where we are today, but a lot worse because there's people actually out infected and killing people. But we flash forward to this post-pandemic world where everything is just kind of dilapidated. Everything is based on rations. It's like horrible. And so we meet Joel at an older age. This is 20 years, I believe, in the future. Yes, this is 20 years in the future. So we see a much older Joel. He is in the city, working, living life, trying to get a truck to go out and find his brother Tommy, whom he hasn't heard from in several weeks, which is the same thing that happens in the series or in the games. We meet Marlene, played by Merle Dandridge, who also does the voice of Marlene in the game. Which was so dope to me. When I was hearing her voice, I was like, man, she is and like just her acting, everything, she was doing such a great job. I was like, God, this is such a perfect casting choice for Marlene. What's cool about HBO Max is that at the end of the episode, they do like a behind the scenes, and we find out that Merle is the woman who did the voice, which if you dig even slightly deep into the voice cast of the game, you would find that out. But that's so awesome. That is incredible. And then also apparently the people who did the voice acting for the clickers, which if you don't know what a clicker is, buckle the fuck up. They're scary. And the other zombies are doing the voice for the TV series. And I believe the actors that play Joel and Ellie, which we haven't met Ellie yet, but Joel and Ellie, the mocap, are cast in the series as well. They really went to Naughty Dog and were like, Naughty Dog is the video game production company. They went to them and were like, we want to make a movie based on, or a TV series based on your game. And they were like, all right, well, these are our terms and conditions. I'm not sure that's how it happened, but it's exciting to see voice talent, mocap talent get to be portrayed on the big screen. It's incredible. So we meet Marlene, we meet Ellie, played by Bella Ramsey. We meet Tess, where she played by Anna Torv. And we meet Kim, played by Natasha Mumba. These are all the people we meet in the first episode that we spend the most time with. All of them are perfectly cast. I'm still waiting to see a little bit from Bella playing Ellie. I feel like right now the performance is just a little wooden. Just a little. I just need a little bit more. Honestly, I am so excited to see where they take the series. In the little preview, there's a couple of different scenes that look, they really are doing shot for shot almost. And it's so awesome to see. It's so awesome to see them take such good care. And of course, this isn't another original idea or concept in Hollywood. I know we're all complaining about there not being enough original ideas and concepts in Hollywood right now. However, I really enjoy seeing something that is maybe not in a completely original idea, but something that takes an existing IP and does well with it. I like that. I enjoy it. I'm not mad about it. I think it's a great choice. I think Last of Us is a great video game series. Like I said, it's got such rich depth in the story. I think it's the perfect series to make into a to make into a television series. I think it's absolutely perfect for that treatment. So y'all can scream into the void about it if you want, but I really enjoy it. And from the reviews I've read online, from what I've seen from friends who have played the games or watched the series, everybody is loving the first episode. And I am also loving the first episode. So I will be back next week to review episode 2 of The Last of Us. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn that notification bell on so you get a notification when that next video comes out. And when every video I make comes out, I put up 2 videos a week. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like to support me and the channel, make sure you shop Lunatide's hair color. My beard is looking a little busted. I am still recovering from my shindiggery on Sunday. I had such a good time. If you haven't watched that video, click the title card above. Make sure to follow me on all my social media. I always forget to throw that out there. Follow me on all my social media. It's all linked down below at the link tree in the description. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.